On April 15th, 1452, in a little village called Anciano, close to Vinci, a little boy was born. His father was a well-known businessman called Sir Piero. His mother, Caterina, was a poor young farmer girl. Their baby was named Leonardo. Because the town he came from was very close to Vinci, he was called Leonardo da Vinci. Leonardo's father was ashamed of the baby, so he left him with his mother and married a different woman, someone more respectable, and started a new family. Leonardo's mother didn't want to keep him either, so after a year or two he was sent to live with his grandparents. His grandparents fed him, gave him clothes and gave him a home, but they didn't love him. No one loved the little boy, except his uncle Francesco. Francesco loved the countryside and he would often take Leonardo on walks. During these walks, Leonardo started to love the nature around him. Everywhere Leonardo went, he took a notebook with him and made drawings of anything that interested him. Leonardo had an amazing talent for drawing, even when he was a little boy. When his father saw these drawings, he thought, hey, maybe this boy can be of use to me. So, at the age of 15, Leonardo was sent to Florence to live in an art studio owned by Andrea del Verrocchio. At the art studio, Leonardo was taught numerous skills, such as painting frescoes, making statues, and even designing buildings. After 13 years, Leonardo finished the art studio and became a master himself, and he thought, what shall I do now? He didn't really know, so he decided to stay in Florence for a couple more years and continue creating art and enjoying life. When Leonardo became 30, he thought, you know what, I don't like this city anymore. And he moved to Milan to work for the Duke. Leonardo stayed in Milan for 17 years. During this time, Leonardo created several magnificent and famous works, such as The Last Supper. At the end of his time in Milan, the Duke was at war with the French. And he asked Leonardo, hey man, so you know this whole war thingy going on with France? Yeah, could you make us some war machines? Sure, why not? Thought Leonardo. Leonardo created some of the most advanced war machines the world had ever seen at this time. From an operable tank to a massive crossbow. Despite all of this, the French still won. The Duke was taken as prisoner and Leonardo fled to France. Leonardo didn't have a real home for the next 16 years. Instead, he took as little with him as possible and traveled from place to place. During these years, he worked on his largest project yet. Hello sir, what are you drawing? Everything. Everything? Ha! That would be impossible. No really, what is it you're drawing? I told you already, it's everything, and don't tell me what's impossible. Okay, goodbye. Leonardo was one of the first trying to write an encyclopedia. He filled thousands of pages with drawings and text of everything that he saw. Leonardo was fascinated with birds and their ability to fly, and he was sure humans would someday be able to fly as well. One day, Leonardo decided to build a machine which would allow humans to fly. The machine didn't work, but it's unclear whether he actually tested it himself or not. Leonardo also liked to discover the human body and all its organs. Sometimes Leonardo would even dug up corpses and cut them open to see what was under their skin. Leonardo wasn't the only big artist at this time. In fact, he had a lot of competition. The two most famous competitors of Leonardo were Michelangelo and Raphael. Raphael was a great admirer of Leonardo and spent a lot of time studying his works. Michelangelo and Leonardo despised each other. I am the very best artist out there, there's no one better than me. Hold up, wait, no. I am the best artist, what are you saying? No, I am the best artist. No, I am the best artist. I am the best artist. I am the best artist. Guys, stop fighting. Just paint the wall in our building, and whichever paints the most beautiful painting is the best artist. Yeah, that's fine by me. Yeah, that's okay. When both were asked to paint a wall in the main government building of Florence, it became a fierce contest. Leonardo wanted to prove his intelligence by trying a new way to paint frescoes, using fire. This, however, failed miserably, and he was left with a miserable mess. In the end, neither finished the painting, as Michelangelo was asked to come to Rome to paint a fresco for the Pope. Around his 60s, Leonardo was still a wanderer, until someone invited him to come live in one of his houses. The man loved art and was a big fan of Leonardo's little yet astonishing work. The man also happened to be the king of France. Leonardo da Vinci is one of the world's most famous painters, yet we have only 10 paintings of which we are certain that they were painted by da Vinci. One of them was painted in the year 1505. The story goes that a rich merchant wanted a painting of his wife, whose full name we don't know, only her first name, Lisa. The Mona Lisa is probably the most famous painting by da Vinci. It is generally seen as a beautiful painting, which he thought as well. That's why he decided to keep it after finishing it. Leonardo lived out the rest of his days in the house of the French king in Amboise. On May 2nd, 1519, Leonardo da Vinci passed away. Thank you guys for watching my video. If you liked it, maybe consider leaving a like or even subscribing. It would mean a lot to me. And I will see you in the next one.